if you read NLP, usually this stuff is called new behaviour generator, and what that is two different types of mental rehearsal stuck together one after another. The first one is rehearse it disassociated, so you're outside looking at yourself in the picture. The second version is rehearse it associated, so you're inside yourself looking at what you were seeing. Associated. Does that difference make sense? Yeah, okay. Now, most people do one or other of these and actually don't know the other one exists. How many of you do some kind of mental rehearsal? Raise hands if you think you do. Most of you, great. Take a guess. How many of you run it disassociated, so you're seeing yourself in the image? And you think that's probably, so half the group. How many of you do it associated, so you're seeing a bit more than half the group? And how many of you know what the advantages and disadvantages of each of those are? Okay, so I think if there isn't a lot of time, you know, somebody just says, Jerry, we need you we've got a meeting in the boardroom in 2 minutes' time, and there's some policy changes we need to discuss, they're going to affect you, could you come along, please? And you're going, oh, what's this about? In a minute or two, you could run through quite a lot of stuff disassociated. Oh, if it's this, or if it's my job's on the line, or if it's that, blah, 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 and you could figure out and get some moves ready so you're not taken by surprise. That's the one that I think is useful most of the time. But look, if it's a really big deal and they're kind of saying, you know, we really need to clean up this, and you know, this is going to decide how much longer you work with us for, and you're going, oh, Christ, what's this about? Then I wouldn't just do it disassociated, and I'll tell you why. Disassociated may be quick, but you know what the effect is on the emotions. It reduces the emotional intensity, so you lose subtlety on it. If it's a big deal and the future is at stake, it's really important you run it this way. Why? Because you'll get more emotional cueing as to what is or isn't likely to work out for you. You're likely to come out with a better judgment call than if you strip out the emotions and just run it on head stuff. But stripping out the emotions and just running it as visual imagery is incredibly fast, and sometimes you want speed, at other times you want depth. As long as you can form a judgment as to which matters most, you're fine. And NLP covers its backsides by actually doing the two, one after another, and then adding a piece that you will recognise. Find the signal which will let you know it's time to use the new behaviour. This is for those of us that forget things, isn't it? Because what's going to remind you that it's time to use this new behaviour? Oh, when the boss calls me in, or when I stand up on the podium to give the talk, or whatever it is. If you think of that after having imagineered all the new behaviours and choices you want, then you've got automatic reminders built in. Those are contextual anchors you can't forget. You can choose not to do it, and that's fine, but you won't just forget. Now, you might think that's daft, but in practice, you'll only do this a few times and forget to use it a few times before you'll go, no, that last piece is worth adding in. There's no point in mentally rehearsing it and then forgetting to do it and doing the old stupid thing that wasn't going to work anyway. You know,